school shootings are happening from these kids that you guys are cornering out, that you're bullying, that you're doing all this stuff to. Kids shouldn't be shooting up schools. We're teenagers.
By now you know, on March 24th, the March for Our Lives rally will take place in Washington, D.C. The entire purpose of this rally is to talk about gun-related violence in the school systems and, of course, to demand gun control. Now, to be completely transparent, I believe this to be nothing more than a political agenda to use children as pawns for their game to not just eliminate AR-style rifles, but to eliminate all guns, period. But this video is not about gun control. This video is about something completely different, and this video is about something that no one is talking about. Everyone's so caught up about gun control and the issue being guns and firearms that children are accessible to obtain. But as a wise person once said, all this talk about weapon control, should we get rid of weapons, and should we do this, and should we do that? But the truth is, I truly believe that we as Americans are focusing on the wrong weapon. See, everyone's worried about weapons in regards to guns, but you forget about the worst weapon that we have as individuals, our mouths. See, Washington and the political agendas will not tell you about this. It will not bring light to the fact that these were not just spur-of-the-moment incidents that ended in gun violence. In fact, I think that this one student says it best when she says this.
Kids shouldn't be shooting up schools. We're teenagers. You should say that you love your neighbor. You should be there for them. Sit with them at lunch. Tell them that you're their friend, that you're gonna be there for them.
You see, here's the problem, America. It's not guns. Guns are not the problem. We are. You see, it is our mouths and our hateful natures that help lead to this problem. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Kids are mean, adults are mean, life is mean. Suicide is the 10th leading cause of death within America. Depression and mental illness run rampant within our streets. And all the while, as you're watching this right now, you are also responsible for being a bully in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Some of you may be thinking, Graham, I'm not a bully. And you're right, you may not directly be a bully. But every single one of us has had a person in our lives at some point in time that we could have been nicer to, been more kind towards, or been a little more patient. You see, how hard is it to actually be kind to one another? How hard is it to realize that people are hurting, and most of all, people just don't want to feel alone? How hard is it for us to say, you know what, I want to be your friend? See, I come to you today in a place of true compassion. I, Graham Allen, am a rehabilitated bully. Around 15 years ago, a list was found in a student's locker at my high school, and I was number 3 on a kill list. Now, to this day, this is not something that I'm proud of, and it truly is something that I, for the rest of my life, will regret. I could say that my story is much like everybody else, because all bullies have a story, and it's why we treat people less than how we should. I could tell you that I come from a broken home, had medical issues as a child that made me act a little different, look a little different, and seem a little different than everybody else. But as I entered my teenage years, instead of using this as a life lesson, unfortunately, I took the other direction. You see, I realized that in this society known as school, that the only way to truly fit in and the only way to remove the bullies from my own life was to become a bully myself. So I did exactly what I hated. I became a ridiculer. I became someone who picked on someone that was a little different than myself. Instead of realizing that what that person actually needed was someone, just one person to say, it's okay. In my 30s, I have children of my own, and I see my 7-year-old son struggle the same way that I did. Insecure, not sure of himself or anything that he does. He doesn't see what a beautiful, special person that he really is. All I think to myself now is I really, really hope and I really pray that people are nice. I come to you today saying that we as Americans are focusing on the wrong weapons. We're focusing on the end result instead of A, B, and C that led to the equation in the first place. We are focusing on the wrong weapon. It is our job as adults and parents to teach our children to stand out as individuals and lean on each other, and most importantly, pick people that are weaker than we are up instead of cutting them down. We don't need a change in gun control. truth is, we need a change within our society. Because at the end of the day, how hard is it really to be kind and love one another? In closing, I leave you with this. In America, we have the ability to be the change that we want to see within the world, but we're focusing on the wrong weapons. I'm Graham Allen, and I'll see you again next time.